Have you ever imagined that a homeless man, with nothing in his pockets, could one day become a billionaire? This is the incredible story of Arif, a man who refused to let his past define his future. Arif lost both of his parents when he was only 10 years old. With no family willing to care for him, he ended up living on the streets. Every day, he begged for food just to survive. People laughed at him. They ignored him. Some even insulted him. One afternoon, someone looked at him with disgust and said, "Why don't you work instead of begging?" Arif didn't answer. He simply lowered his head and made himself one promise. One day, I will prove everyone wrong. A few months later, one unexpected act of kindness changed his life forever. On a cold, rainy evening, Arif was sitting alone on the sidewalk, soaked by the rain. People walked past him without even making eye contact. Then, a luxury car stopped nearby. A young woman named Anya stepped out. Instead of ignoring him, she walked toward him, held an umbrella over his head, and handed him a warm meal. She smiled and quietly said, "I believe you can become someone great. Never stop believing in yourself." Those simple words became the turning point of Arif's life. The very next day, he stopped begging forever. He accepted a small job washing dishes in a restaurant. During the day he worked. At night, he studied business, saved every dollar, and dreamed of building something bigger. After months of hard work, he bought a tiny tea cart. Customers loved his honesty, his smile, and his dedication. Years passed. The tea cart became a restaurant. The restaurant became a food company. The company expanded across the country, and eventually, across the world. The homeless boy had become a billionaire. Years later, Arif attended a charity event as the guest of honor. Among the crowd, he saw Anya again. She looked at him in surprise. Then Arif smiled and asked, "Do you remember that rainy day?" Anya's eyes filled with tears. "I never imagined you were that young man." Old memories returned, and so did their feelings. But not everyone accepted their love. Anya's father looked at Arif and said, "You may be rich today, but once, you were just a beggar." Arif remained calm. He smiled and answered, "Yes, I was poor. But I never gave up my honesty. Everything I have today was earned through hard work." The room fell silent. For the first time, Anya's father realized that true wealth is built with character, not money. A few weeks later, he apologized. He accepted Arif as family. Soon, Arif and Anya celebrated their wedding. But success never changed Arif's heart. Together, they built schools, hospitals, and shelters for thousands of children and families in need. Arif often said, "I will never forget where I came from, because my past is the reason I value every blessing today." Remember, your past does not decide your future. Your decisions do. Never stop dreaming. Never stop working. Because sometimes, one act of kindness can create a billionaire. And one dream can change the world forever.